me.
Hello, hello, hello. It's the Three Wise Pet Pros, and we are live tonight on this Wednesday, the week of Valentine's Day. We love you, and we hope you got some love for us too. And we all know that we love our pets. So it's the Three Wise Pet Pros who are here to educate and entertain when we come on the scene. We got Dr. Tanera, and we got Miss Vet Tech Tony, and we have myself, Miss Nicole. And we are coming to you live and in living color.
Colores. Hola.
Colores. How y'all doing tonight?
Super great, super great.
Doing fantastic. Can't complain.
That's good. It's hump day.
The Humpty Dance is your chance to do the hump.
Good, baby. Yeah.
Yep. Today has been a great day. You got hearts? Yes, a beautiful, beautiful day for love.
A beautiful week for love. How was y'all's Valentine's Day?
My Valentine's Day was really good. I spent it with my boo the whole time.
Awesome. And I see Tony just holding a smile there. And that's okay. Um, and I'm smiling too because I have 16 legs over here.
You do?
I was like, what? Oh, no. I had to rethink my breath. I was like, what?
16 active legs.
Like, say,
16
what?
active legs over here. So,
Okay.
Go.
Y'all see that?
Great.
Inside humor.
Yeah. Yep.
Congratulations.
So that means you working on top of working.
I'm working on top of working. Yes, ma'am.
My sister.
Y'all see my shirt?
You know what? I'm in scrub still. When we started the month off, I was like, we should be like Afrocentric when we come on. Okay, I got one more Wednesday.
You know what? This is Afrocentric because whatever we wear is Afrocentric. Well, I mean, and also too the fact that you're wearing, still wearing your work clothes, that goes to how hard you work, how hard we work. Everybody got time for that. You know what I'm saying?
True that.
For that. So we Afrocentric as heck over here. Thank you very much. Now, I'm not seeing any eyes tonight, but that's okay. We are going to push on today. We're just going to talk a little bit about some items that you could have on hand, some type of maybe first aid or anything that you could maybe have around the house that's convenient to, in case you can't get to a vet office or some type of care for your animal. We'll just go around and name, each of us name an item. We'll go around like a round robin. I'll start with one which I really like, which is hydrogen peroxide. It's a something that you've always heard of since the time you were really young, and you probably always thought of it as the thing that bubbles up. If your ears were cleaned out with it or something, or whatever, it just bubbles, or that's what you know about it. But as we get older, we realize that it really has some bactericidal values to it, characteristics to it, and it's so great. You can use it to cleanse your mouth. You could use it to cleanse your pet's teeth. You could use it for a wound, of course, where it will bubble up and really just protect that wounded area until you can get it stitched up or something. And one other thing that people may not know is that hydrogen peroxide can be used to induce vomiting.
Yes.
In dogs and some other animals too, if they've taken in some type of poison or something. I am so hot over here.
Or I have a story about peroxide.
Yes. What's your story?
So a dog that I used to have, a Staffordshire Rico. So I bought some butter, and not just I just had buy some butter. I bought some butter at Costco's. So if you're familiar with how you buy butter at Costco's, it's like 1 pound, 2 pounds, 3 pounds, 4. That's 4 pounds of butter.
Mm-hmm.
I left it in the truck. No, like no real thought process because it was. Remember, it was being cold outside, and I was like, you know, how you leave stuff in this car. You be like, one less thing I have to take in the house right now. But in the summertime, you know, you bring everything in the house. So, anyways, it was wintertime. It was cold. I was like, I'll leave the butter in the truck. So I put the puppy in the truck one day. Now the butter probably been in the car for like at least 24 hours. I'm gonna go run into this spot right quick. The puppy is contained in the back where the butter is that I forgot that I had left back there. That puppy was like, this is the best treat ever. And once I realized, I was like, you are so not going in the house with me. So, yes, I induced it with a little peroxide. And yes, I actually had some memories pop up because he ate like 3 pounds of butter. That's why I was like, you are not coming in the house with me until that comes up out of you.
Yeah.
And I used the peroxide to induce the vomiting so that didn't go through his digestive system because that was about ready to be a hot mess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's my story. Like, emergency, I knew he had ate it. It was within 15, 20 minutes of me knowing that he had ate it. And I mean, we already know as humans, when we eat too much oils and fats, what your stool will look like, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I was not ready to bring in a 4-month-old puppy into my house.
Yeah, that was not going to be good.
So yes, I used peroxide to induce vomiting, and it was great. And it was cold outside, so the butter like hit the snow. I have pictures. I have to share those one day.
This is a whole story, you know. Stories.
See those.
Put that story together real good. You know, turn it into a nice ad for digestive support.
There you go.
Has no dog ever gotten into 4 pounds of butter? Okay, well, mine has. Oh, listen out. So that's hydrogen peroxide. So, Mr. Cole, what do you think? What do I didn't even have a chance to make a little banner tonight, but that's okay.
That's okay.
Some item around the home that could be helpful for pet owners before you can get to a vet, or for just some random things.
Well, last summer when we were training with one of my dogs, we would try to train early in the morning because it would get so hot here during the month of July and August. It's really hot. And so we noticed, we were looking for signs of overheating for my dog. And the trainer said, just go put his paw. He got some rubbing alcohol. And we had a dog bowl, and he said, put some water in it. And he poured a couple of capfuls of rubbing alcohol. And you know how small the capfuls are. He said, you just put his paw in there, take it out, put his, do one each paw, and it immediately brings that temperature down. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so that's something that I keep on hand.
Yeah, alcohol, because you might need to bathe the whole body in that thing in alcohol. So you want to have enough, or at least to squirt, across an animal's body. What with you, Nicole, having dogs that are routinely at your house, since you have an in-home boarding service, you have to be even more aware of that, to make sure that you have some safe items around, you know.
Yeah.
So that's good. That's good. Who gave us a heart?
Said Saxony.
You did? Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna
We
give
love you too.
Yeah.
Not
Right
sure
back
about
at
that.
ya.
I just
Okay.
do the mind count too.
Well,
Okay.
Tony, what's something that you have to have around to make sure our fur
So
babies are okay?
Cairo Surf. Why? I have a little dog over here. But when he was littler, he's not so little now. He's like 19 pounds, and he's 6 years old. About 6 years old. But when you have a little dog, or sometimes even a bigger dog, like they're just kind of acting limpless. People who are breeders, and maybe the puppy is not getting enough milk, and they're trying to figure out why is a dog, just kind of like limp, like what is going on with them. One of the things that you can do as immediate to kind of see if it's their sugar levels, like if they haven't been eating enough, is to rub some of that Cairo syrup on their gums and see if they kind of like perk up. There's so many blood vessels within the gums. A lot of times you'll see medicines that'll say administer to the gums because it gets into the bloodstream right away. And that's the same thing with the Cairo syrup, is that it will kind of initiate like a shock to the body. And if that's what it is, you'll use that. And then, of course, immediately be headed towards an emergency room or your veterinarian so you can get some care for your fur baby. I say fur babies in regards to dogs, but I'm pretty sure that works with cats, humans as well, just to kind of get, like, I don't know, like my grandma, he was a diabetic, and she like used to carry, little candies in her pocket. So that same concept there.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't know that.
I know.
Like an emergency.
Yeah.
Oh my God, so many. I said so many animals. So it's two. Kaori's over there, the cat's over there. And I'm like, why is you all up in my stuff? Blaze.
Well, I have started keeping the puppies outside during the day. Well, Cora goes in the kennel outside because it's an enclosure to keep her safe, and plus she's not fully vaccinated, so she has to stay there. But Aang has free run of the yard, and then when I come home, I bring them in, and I put the big girls outside and let them.
You live outside? So outside, like while you're at work?
Yeah, but Cora's in a enclosed kennel. Like,
okay,
she can't get out. It's just her with an igloo and some hay and her bowls.
I forgot you in Tennessee. Like for a hot second, I was like, so really? I was trying to say that with the like you leaving the babies out in the cold.
No.
It's a different kind of cool than it is in Michigan. In Michigan, it's like you might come home. If it was that Tony live with your neighbor, I'd be like, you gonna come home, ain't gonna be no puppies in your backyard.
Right.
Babies outside in the cold.
No, today it was 73 degrees.
And it was like almost 50 here.
Yeah,
that's
like 46, 47. By the way, let's say hello, Robert, Crazy Air Homes. Hello, Darrell. Hey, Darrell. Hey,
hello.
Christy Hand. Who knows Christy Hand?
We do now.
We do now. Hey, Christy. Somebody said, hey, cousin. Who's cousin?
Sounds like some of my people, but I don't know.
You gotta say who you are, because we can't
say hey cousin.
That could be any of us. I got a cousin. You got a cousin. You got a cousin.
How did they spell it? Because we do. We say, hey cousin, how you doing, cousin?
C-U-Z-N. It's spelled out. So it's probably one of mine. Why are they saying really? Really? Hey. Okay, you know what? Let me just say this. If you are in the chat, we cannot see your name unless you've done a little thing. So we know we can see Robert, we can see Darrell, and Christy. Thank you for putting your name in because we can't see you. I'm your first cuz. Jacinda,
I gotta see the name.
Darlisa, we don't know who. There's three of us here. Anyway,
Hey,
you'll
say
put
I'm
your name
T.
in
I
if
was
you
gonna
want
say
to.
I'm T's cousin, and then I'd be like, okay, now you gotta split up between the two T's.
Right.
Right.
Okay, I
Robert
gotta.
said it's unseasonably 54 in Cleveland, Ohio right now. Pretty crazy warm.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
our temperature is supposed to drop tomorrow because we're getting ready for yet another storm. So I think the temperature tomorrow, the high, well, it's supposed to be 71, but the low is 31. Whereas our low today is supposed to be was 51. So our temperature is dropping. We got rain coming in, and they said since all the trees are so weak from the last storm, that with this wind, they're probably going to blow over again, and we're probably going to lose power.
Good.
Why we have to go all there? Like, just let the trees fall, and then we're going to have power. We'll speak some positivity to the air.
Yes, there are still people
little...
without power from our ice storm a couple of weeks ago. We have so many trees down, y'all. It's crazy. Yeah.
So it's my cousin. Hey, Darlisa.
Okay, Darlisa. Hey.
Hello, Tanira's cousin.
Hey, Tanira's cousin.
Yeah. So my cousin Darlisa, oh my God, she's just amazing. She's just an amazing. She's in down in Alabama or Georgia. Ooh, Atlanta. Oh God. I think you guys moved. Did you move? Oh my God. But I was just gonna say that she's just an amazing violinist. She's,
wow.
She teaches, she's a teacher. And then her daughter, my second cousin, Katie, like Kate, short for Cadence, is just an amazing dancer. Like, oh my God.
Awesome.
I'm pretty sure it's not like this kind of dancer, probably more like
she's been accepted into, she can do every style of dance. Atlanta, okay. She's been accepted into like 5-10 different like programs and stuff.
Okay.
She gets her choice. So
all right.
kudos to you and
congratulations
for that, Darlisa, and thank you for showing up and showing out today.
We need to collab with our families in regards to like different things that they do, and then how that we can bring our vibe into their atmosphere. So all families keep that open.
Yep. I mean,
we were invited to a music event. I had to tell them that the Three Wise Pet Pros, I said, I was like, we don't sing. Well, actually, Tanira can blow pretty hard. I've heard her. She'd be like, but I think it was like an event, and it was like an online musical event. And so I just kind of was like, this is what we do. So if you want to talk about animals and pets, we'll come to the music event, but all three of us will not be singing.
Right.
We sing pet songs about animals. So let's see. We've been talking about, things around the house to keep safe, that you can use and have around. We already talked about hydrogen peroxide. Great for cleansing, great for inducing vomiting when necessary. We've talked about alcohol, rubbing alcohol, which can be a great cooling down agent for an overheated dog. Dogs are not just a dog, but pets in general. Animals that are going through seizures oftentimes have a really high temperature. And so wanting to cool them down during that, seizure period or even that post-seizure period, alcohol can be really great. And then Tony, you mentioned, what did you mention again?
Karo syrup.
Karo syrup.
Karo syrup.
Yeah. So some type of syrup to, if a dog is all lethargic and losing, doesn't have any energy, basically, rub a little bit of syrup, Karo syrup on the gums. Another item is baking soda. Baking soda, we already know, you probably grew up with a box in your refrigerator for deodorizing and things like that. We know that it's safe because, it's you keep it in the refrigerator. You can do that. But for pets, you can use it for them as well to deodorize. So, your stinky dog, you could rub that into the fur and blah, blah, blah. Or if your dog or cat or somebody gets tangled up with a skunk, you can use hydrogen peroxide as well as you can use baking soda to try to get that smell out. And some people also say to use
tomato paste.
Yeah, tomato paste, which
That just sounds like that would make it smell worse.
it's just like, ew, like now I'm off of pasta now. Like I'm not even trying to do it. Anybody who's watching had any experience with stinky, skunky type, and what did you do about that if so? Because when Mayo got into something that smelled like a skunk, it's like, okay. So I had some like tomato, it wasn't paste, it was like tomatoes in a can, and it was so gross. But I put it on her and it was just like, oh, it was like all over my shower. It looked like a murder scene in there, so it was like, okay. So finally,
Right.
well, I finally wound up taking her to the groomer, for it was her first time, and the groomer was like, ew, what did she get into? And he was able to get out most of it. So Robert said Dr. Bronner's must have something good for that. So, skunky type situation. But yeah, so baking soda, it's really, really good. It's really, really safe. You can use it also to, clean your dog's teeth, your cat's teeth, your teeth, because it has that little bit of grinding action in it, as well as the action itself. It can whiten and stuff like that. And then also you can use it for bee sting. If your pet gets stung by a bee, you can make a paste with the baking soda, and then
I forgot about that.
Yeah, to relieve the pain and to take that swelling down. So baking soda.
Baking soda.
Baking. I wonder how many songs out there really have baking soda in them, and probably none of them have to do with real, actual.
Nothing that we're talking about.
That's right. That's right. Not at all. So, anybody else got anything? I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be a substance. It could be a thing that you want to make sure that you have.
So I can think just environmental, sometimes people think like, I got to make sure that my pet is, warm, if you live in like, warmer areas, or I got to make sure my pet has a cool space. And then you you provide an environment based on what you think. You should always definitely provide a environment for your pet, warm and cool. So like if you have like in the more southern states, there's a lot of ceramic floors. Ceramic can be really, really cold. So depending on what breed of pet that you have, you want to make sure that you provide warm and a cooler space. So like a blanket, and them being able to like go lay on the linoleum if they want to. Because like I said, depending on what breed you have, they may be more apt to want to just lay on the linoleum. But if you just be like, it's hot up in here, and you just think that that's what they want, is that environment that based on how they're feeling, maybe they're not feeling that great. So you want, they want, a cooler space, or they want a warmer space. You want to be able to provide both of those both of those environments for them.
That's really, really useful for, reptiles too. Want to have, is a pretty routine to have one portion of their enclosure to be warmer or have the light, and give them the opportunity to move over to another area. You always want to have that. So, for the furry ones and the scaly ones,
damp, dry. So, do your research on what kind of pet you bring into the house, because Vet Tech Tony is thinking about getting a gecko. I can't believe, that's like for real crazy. But
I mean, it's crazy for me too, because when you were over here earlier today, and I was just like, walking around with the gecko on my hand, like I, picked her up. You just had her in my hand like this. It was just like, okay, what am I doing now? Okay, and use this hand to pull food out of the refrigerator, and doing stuff, and she just like fine. And then she finally crawled into my sleeve and was just sitting in there. I was like, who would have ever thought? Nobody.
And she is totally not exaggerating. Like, she's seriously in the kitchen and there's a gecko up her sleeve.
Okay.
What you got up your sleeve? And Robert said, I always have hand warmers as a reptile owner if the power goes out. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Okay.
a good
Idea. I like that idea.
That's a
I
great
should have
idea.
some right now in my house. Oh, I'm slacking as a reptile parent. So we've got anything else? If not,
No, I think
that
that's
might
great.
just be it. You good?
Tres amigas.
Tres amigas.
People gonna really think they're gonna be like, Tony talks Spanish. No, only in two-syllable sentences.
That's it. It's all good. It's all good. Okay. Well, I guess we can go ahead and wind this one on down this week. We appreciate those who have joined us tonight. And if you're watching the replay,
Hashtag replay.
Hashtag replay, but also because we had quite a few people join the page, like the page today, because we sent out the
thank you, everybody.
So we appreciate that. But where are they? So
we were supposed to go on at 9:00.
Well, it's 9:03.
If they haven't liked and followed,
where are they? But no, what I'm saying is that if you're watching this and you've just joined us recently, welcome, and please go into the settings and shift your settings to so that you can see all of our notifications as opposed to just highlights. Facebook made a little algorithm or something that said that reset everyone's automatically to only highlights, even if you're a part of the group. So if you're here watching on the group, if you're here watching on the page, you want to get our note, because if we just randomly go live one day in just the middle of the day, and we never know what we might be
giving away. In fact, this is a perfect time because I know that many people like the page today. If you're watching this video to the end, hashtag replay, like and share the page, like Miss Dr. Tanira just said. Go to your settings so that you can follow us, but also share this page.
Yes,
and you will be entered into a drawing because I am claiming that I will send something out from Better Say Tony. So hashtag replay, like and share this page. And is that all I said? Like and share the page and hashtag replay. Oh, and just overall, just make sure you go to your settings because you never know what we're going to talk about. It may be some valuable information, though we don't give out medical information. It may be some information that may help your fur baby. So you might not have to go to the emergency room because this is something really simple that you could do. Not in all cases.
Right.
If it's an emergency, take your fur baby to the emergency hospital.
Please do that.
Please, please, please.
Please.
But I just want to give something away.
Okay.
I mean,
nothing personal. Just
yeah.
Okay. It's a package somewhere over there on that shelf over there. All right. Ba-da. So we need somebody to tell us or help us because we've been saying this since last August. We need a tune. We need a vibe, a ring that says And that young man that we met in Atlanta.
Oh yeah.
I remember him. He was like 3 wise peppers. Like,
I mean, ain't nothing to do but to do it. We get together one day right here on StreamYard. Well, we don't go live, but we can just record. We can record an audio or we can record a video and figure out what we want to do. So we put that on our schedule this weekend.
Yes, ma'am.
Look, our audience gets to see behind the scenes. This is behind the scenes conversation. How do they do it? We get together and we make it happen.
Exactly.
So,
all right. So we're rambling now, but we love you all. Thank you for sharing, and following us, because that's what you're going to do so that we can love you that much more.
peace and love, everyone.
Peace.
Peace.